All right, say hi to the recording.
Hi.
Nice. All right, so, um, all right, lovely. So, we will see if he is it a he?
Yeah, he.
Okay, let's see if he'll join voice. If he does not, we will. Hello.
Hi there.
Hello. So,
Hi there.
everybody, we can speak in Mandarin now, just to welcome our new friend.
嗨嗨，
嗨
晚上好。
泡面。
，Hello，
你好啊，你好啊，欢迎来到我们今天晚上的团。
嗨，
眼
是特别来宾吗？
特别观众，
各位观众，对啊，那我们今天晚上，我们其实每个星期六的晚上，就香港时间9点半呢，我们就会有这个团，本来卡卡是在这里的，但是因为他要考试的原因，所以就我把他的也是给弄消失了，免得我们烦。所以现在就只有我们三个，我是 DM 还有Donald 就是大头就是 Eisen，就是一个龙瑞的，对对对。然后他就是他们给自己起的名字，我现在都不是太了解，不过你也知道了。角色的名字就是这样的，所以
艺术啊，
对对
Eisen here and this is White。
然后我们整个剧本都是用英语做的写的，还都是以英语来进行的，所以要是听得明白的话，问题不大的你可以叫我们给你解释一下，或是叫我们慢一点，都是可以的。其实主要是叫我慢一点，因为我有时候说话会比较坏，所以
是还好啦，我应该理论上都听得懂啦，听不懂就对啊，猜前后句。
好，那你可以
那听不懂的应该就是技能吧？
对对对，那你可以上去上面你看见有一个叫 links 的，那个呢最下面的那一个呢，你可以按进去，然后就可以可以看到我们看的地图。就是
那是我的，
看到了 Minotaur Skeleton。
对对对，那在开始之前呢，就Eisen White, do you want me to introduce the land that we're playing on, or do you want to introduce him?
Let you decide.
Come on, I need a decision.
Then you decide. Then you introduce.
那好吧。那现在你看到这个地图了，就是我们现在环的这个世界，就船是我自己做的，那这个世界就叫Mistopia， 那就是那个设定呢，就是在作为主宇宙里面末日毁灭里面呢，就是一个漂浮在深层海里面的一个大陆，那。主要呢就有3个角度，就是一个是一个教王国家，一个呢就是一个帝国，还有一个就是一个皇国。那主要就是这3个，然后其他的我还在创作，还是一片空白。本来呢就是只是给他们做一个短剧本。给他们缓一下的，但是他们说，哎，我想继续了，就把那个短剧本呢就给延长了，最后就变成这个campaign。
超级无敌世界。
对，希望可以，我也不知道可以持续多久。
听起来很像他们会要求的事啊。
对，
直到我们 TPK 为止。
我平常也是啊。
你知不知道我上次差点把他们 TPK 了？然后他们之后我问他们，然后他们说没有问题啊，我们再创造一个角色再还就是了。所以 TPK 也不能阻止他们的，最多可能是。对，可能是时间线上，可能10年以后还就有一些新的英雄人物出现，就是还是他们灵魂，还是他们，还是那几个角色，只不过换了一个皮肤再出来那样。
转身这样。
对。那我们全程都是会以一个这个英语来做的，里面有没有问题？
有 Enter Password。
Enter Password is 12354。
1 2 3 5 4
对。
哦，Thank you 哦。
需要的话，你可以按
就是
左下角那边有一
我以
支笔，
为我以
然后
为进来，
改一下名
我以为给爬出来，对不起啊。那这个就是我刚才说的世界地图，就是基本上就是这样子，就这个不是方形的样子，是一个不规则的圆形椭圆形的样子，在深层海里面在漂浮那样的，但是应该是在阻物着毁灭的。那现在呢？他们刚刚就告一段落，就从这个小的月光林呢，就去到另外一个省镇里面，就叫 Lytton。那新的故事即将开始，今回应该就没有战斗的，除非他们决定手绘看起来挺好西户的，就决定把手绘给杀掉了，那就是另外一回事。但是卡卡不在，应该就有问题了。
他角色是怎样比较冲动，就是了。
对，他不是比较冲动，他只是想杀人。
要么就是看到路边
非常冲动，
要么就是看到路边有一只熊，然后想要袭他。
所以看见他看见他选战士，我就说，哎，糟糕了，又有一个 murder hobo， 怎么办？
他已经不知道几张战士了。
啊，不知道几张了。
他做调查员的时候，都已经是战斗人员，救命！因为以前在最开始的时间，我是用 SCP 基金会，做过一个短的 COC 的剧本，就跟他玩过一会儿，就那个时候已经知道他战斗的欲望十分的恐怖。那好，我们呢就正式开始我们今天的 Session 17。All right, ready?
I guess I am. I guess.
所以我们现在创造英文呢，就好
英文的。
对，来咯。Right. So without further ado, let us dive back into our campaign of Silver Evergreen. Now, last we left off, ready for their departure, the Warped, which is the group's name, the name of the band of adventurers gathered together. The Warped decided it is best to travel with a caravan if they are to head to Lytton. They managed to score a caravan that would pass there, led by Noira the Gnome. And after paying for the ride, Eisen, White, and their pseudo-dragon sidekick, Lady, entered the Alcott Crystal-powered automobile driven by Max, the crazy-ass dwarf that we're talking about. On their way, they've encountered a failed robbery attempt. Most of the robbers, they ran away when they see their friends fell asleep on the ground, and ending the somewhat uneventful 3 days trip at the Lost Forge of Lytton. Now, as we lead into this campaign, the first thing that I would like all of you to remember is that both Eisen and White, you have previously entered the city of Lytton, and you have certain degrees of knowledge regarding to the entirety of Lytton itself. Therefore, whenever you're trying to recall a specific location or a specific service that you require within the city gates, you may roll history check with advantage. So please note that down. Don't ask me to repeat it for you because I will forget it. Actually, I'm going to write it down. Okay, history roll with advantage. History with advantage. Okay, cool. So, is the wind a little bit too loud? Would that be the case? Oh, it would.
We don't hear that.
Ooh, it's a little bit.
That's not in your mic, so we didn't hear that.
Okay, cool. Hey, that's why I bought this mic. Okay.
Nice.
Okay. So where was I? Yes. So first of all, history roll with advantage all across the board, both of you. And second of all, like I mentioned last time in WhatsApp, you have certain relations within the city gates. So, for example, a white knows someone within the city of Lytton, and Eisen, you also know someone from your past in the city of Lytton. And if you have any questions regarding them, you can feel free to WhatsApp me or DM me if you really need to. Don't mention it out, because this is a private character PC thing. All right. So, as the caravan approaches the lost forge of Lytton, you can sense the roaring heat, even through the thick wall that is protecting you from the outside elements. You can still feel the heat of the furnace, of the and you can hear the clanking noise of machination, and you can hear the forge. People just rolling about in the forge, clanking away. Doing whatever that they're doing. If you would like, you can roll a perception check to peek out the front windshield of the caravan, if you would like to do so.
Pass.
Pass. Okay.
16.
Right. 16. What you noticed is that there are two types of foundries in here. There are what you would consider as a traditional traditional smithy. So there are actual people that are actually handcrafting certain kinds of, you can see weaponry, you can see different kinds of swords that are well crafted, and then you can also see that there are what seems to be mechanical parts that needs human intervention or intellectual being intervention. You see mostly the workers are dwarven, and you can occasionally see some gnomes who are what looks to be more a superior role. So they are supervising the making of whatever machinery that's going on. And then you can see these tall factories with billowing smoke coming out from the windpipe and the chimneys, and you can see some factories are open, and you can see the closest one to you. There's actually a giant cargo door that's as you are peeking out, swung open, and you take a quick glance into it. There seems to be what seems to be a streamline weaponry forge, where a massive quantity of swords are being molded and then spit out, cooled down, and into a mass production. What seems to be they're mass producing different kinds of weaponry using mold and stuff like that. And with a 16, that's most of what you get. So there are basically two types: the mass production weaponry and other mechanical equipment, engineering sort of stuff, and then we have the handcrafted, more traditional way of making different weaponry. All right, as you are moving along, you slowly pass all these factories, and the caravan slowly comes to a halt, and Max actually engages the engine, shuts it down, and you can hear the power down of the Alcott crystal, and Max turns to the all of you and says, "Right, almost, we're here. Well, first of all, we need to go into the city. We need to go through the inspection area, so you better prepare yourself. If you have anything that's illegal, I would suggest you to be honest with the border control. They do not take this lightly. I mean, it is a city after all. These walls are built for a very particular reason, okay? So if you have any you think it's illegal, you better tell them. Better safe than sorry, okay?" and then he, without listening to you to reply, he's just having a friendly wonder. He opens up the door, and then he steps out, and you can see as he's stepping out, the caravan, the vehicle in front of you, the door also swings open, and actually the driver and the accompanied caravan man, they actually stepped off as well. And then so what do you do?
So we are passing a check.
Basically, you are now. Please refer back to the map. You basically here. You stopped like right here in the cusp of the road, and you are about to enter the city. So they are going to have a check over. Basically, yeah. Immigration counter or similar stuff. You can think of it as.
Oh, I guess we get off first. Get off
Alright.
the.
Yeah,
so-
get off first.
Yeah, so all of you gets out, and does Lady gets out as well? Do they attempt to do you attempt to hide or whatever?
I will let her stay with me.
Okay, so she's just staying with you. Okay, cool. And as you are getting out, Nora actually she's in the back vehicle, so there are 3 vehicles total. You're in the middle one. Nora actually steps out from the last vehicle as you're stepping out, and she approaches the 3 of you, and says, all right, so it's very simple. It's a basic checkpoint. You just need to declare any illegals or immigration stuff, customs. Basically, it is custom. So if you have anything that you think needs to be reported to the custom officers, now would be a good time. If you have anything that would be considered illegal, including any scrolls beyond the 5th level spell, that you are concealing with you, you have to ask for a permit for that, but anything other than that should be fine. If you have if you have alchemy crystals imbued with a 5th level power source or above, you will have to declare it as well, and they will not seize it, but however, if they checked that you have it, they probably would do something of that sort. So just a friendly reminder, if you really forgotten what you've had, if they found out, you need to have a reason for why you have it as well.
Okay.
Hello.
Hello, we're in the
Okay.
middle of something. You can listen.
Okay.
Okay, you can talk. I mean, you can talk, but you can listen.
Okay.
It is still okay when the alcohol crystal
Alright,
is under 5 level. I mean,
Yeah,
5th level.
if it's imbued with anything 4th level or lower, it's fine.
Okay.
What does it? What does happen if it made it to the 5th level?
No,
It's illegal?
It's
I
not.
guess.
It's not illegal. You have to declare it.
Oh.
You have to basically. It's
Do I
like
need to?
it's like
Then-
bringing more than $10,000 to cross the American border. You have to declare it. They don't necessarily would seize it, but they would ask. It would beg the question: why would you bring such an item, such a powerful item, into the city gates?
Oh, so it's just like bring a nuke.
Not necessarily a nuke. You can come into Owlberry if you want to. It's not necessarily a nuke. It's just that it's valuable, and at the same time, it is dangerous. It can be dangerous.
Oh, what's the password?
1, 2, 3,
Same as
5,
ever.
4.
You should know that by now. Jesus.
1, 2, 3. What?
5,
5,
4.
4.
5,
should
4.
know that by now.
Oh.
You should know that by now.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Anyways, so as Nora is talking, with it's just out of corner of the eye. You can see 2 authentic or authoritative looking figure is approaching you from the first vehicle. And if you give it any more attention, you turn and see that 2 who looks to be it looks to be one officer with a long rope, no headwear, Who is making that noise? Jesus.
Sorry. Fish ball is behind me.
Why is he behind you? Why is he with you?
He came to review with me.
In your house?
Yeah, he does not have a place to
I really want to
review.
ask the question, but I'm not gonna ask it.
What?
I'm not gonna ask it. Like I
No,
said.
I'm not gay. Relax, I'm not.
I don't have to ask you. You know what I'm talking about, Jesus.
No, I'm not gay.
I don't. I maybe
Where are
you're
you
not.
gay?
No,
maybe,
I'm not.
No, maybe you're not. But who knows if he's not?
Oh God, please no.
Oh, fishball, you should say.
Like, actually, no one cares.
Actually, no one cares. I do care. Both of them are my students. I see them
Okay.
every day. Jesus.
I don't care.
I'm very concerned. Actually,
So,
yeah, no, you know
then
what?
I don't
Let's
care.
stop that. Let's stop that. We're continuing
Okay.
with the story. Jesus, I'm
Okay.
sorry for the sidetracking. That was mildly interesting. My apologies. Yeah. So you see, actually, now that you see through, there are actually 3 figures. 2 figures are approaching you currently, and then a figure is catching up behind them, seemingly having a longer conversation with one of the caravan member. And actually, with this passive insight, it's easy to tell that they have had history. They know each other quite well. So it's a casual checkup. So. You can see 3 figures now approaching you. One is a Don in a long robe all the way down to the ankle, what looks to be very scholarly attire, I would say. Duverona. There, Duverona. Okay, I would say. Let me see if I can find. Yeah, actually, thank you very much. Exactly what I need. So you can go to handouts. Not looking exactly like this, but the attire is very similar. So the dress code is very similar. It's kind of arcane looking with a corset and then an overcoat all the way down to the ankle with a little tie. So very officer looking, very authoritative, and with the glasses on, but definitely does not look like that. He's a little bit darker. Seemingly he's been working outdoor for quite some time, and he's got he's a little bit chubbier, so to speak. So I would imagine actually very much like Fishball. Like, however, the body is slim. The body is slim, but the face is a bit round with short-cut hair. Still a bit. The top is a little bit longer than the side and the back, but very refreshing. And he's looking down. He has a pad with him, and he's a pad with him, just floating around him with a quill. Pen and quill just surrounding the pad slowly as he's speaking. You can see when he speaks, sometimes the pen that's floating is actually taking notes for him. And you can see besides him, one is right next to him, the other one is now is catching up from the prolonged conversation from before. And they actually have a full-on helmet on. So instead of a officer attire, it's more guards feel. So this is more. They are armored, lightly armored, not fully armored. You can tell that their glamorous armor is actually more for show than for real protection. But actually, go ahead and roll a perception, both of you.
Okay.
Actually, roll for lady as well.
Okay.
So if anyone got a 19 or above. Anyone
I
got a
think
19?
14.
14. How about
No.
lady?
Lady got a 17.
17.
Oh, so
All right.
close.
All right. I would say.
Oh, wait.
With a what?
Lady got the consent, so she got a advantage.
All right, go ahead.
Okay. Oh, worse. It's 15. Nothing.
Okay, so I would say with a 17, you hear a lady in your head say, "It's interesting. His attire. It looks glamorous. Really, something is not as easy as it looks on the surface." And you actually also sense it a little bit. There is a faint magical aura surrounding this guard, especially coming from his uniform. And he's got a half helmet, so it's not covering the face, just covering the forehead and all the way to his back. And he doesn't wear a cape because what he's donned in, there's a half chest plate that's covering the vital organs, so covering the lung, covering the heart, but not covering the abdomen, and it also covers up the back of his upper torso. And below that is actually linked. There is a sew on it was what looks to be fine silk adorned with a golden seam and a blue trimming all across the outfit. He's wearing a very delicately carved pants, actually with metal boots. So he is more guards-like than soldier, but judging from your past experience with the arcane, not White, but Eisen and Lady definitely sends some sort of dangerous reminiscing from his attire. So it's not just for looks. There's actually something going on with him as well. Okay, and the officer approaches you. "Well, Noira, good to see you again. Oh, now this time you brought company, I see. Ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, I'm Desmond Clarect," and you can see his glasses flicker a little bit, and he pushes it back up, and so it's extremely nice to meet you. My name is extremely nice to meet you. You can call me Pert, P-E-R-T, Pert. You can call me Pert. I'm the examination officer at the border gates of city of Lytton. So, I'm going to ask you some questions. Please answer them truthfully, and then I would have to scan you a little bit. If there's nothing to be worried about, you will be let into the city of Lytton. So, first of all, now, ladies and gentlemen, may I ask, what is the purpose of your visit to our city?
Oh, we're traveling.
Traveling.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Lovely. So, where are you from? Well, I mean, that's a dumb question. Noira always comes from Moonwood, across all her trading routes. I have no idea why, but yeah. But I still have to ask you, where are you from?
Yeah, Moonwood.
Indeed.
Indeed.
Were you? Yes, Carlos. Why is your ghost here?
Ghost.
My ghost?
Yeah, you're not supposed to be here. Why is your hallucination? You can hear. I'm gonna say you can hear the ghostly, ghastly voice of Carlos. Something like that.
Oh.
So I'm just imagine whatever Carlos is speaking is in a ghastly voice. That's it.
Okay.
All right. So, yeah. Why is what? Never mind. Okay, where was that? All right, Moonwood, lovely. So you originated from Moonwood, correct?
Yeah.
let me express. When they say originated, that means if you are born or are you originally from Moonwood?
Oh. No.
Right. What is your if you don't mind asking, are you the citizen of the Empire?
Yes, I am.
All right. Lovely.
Hold on.
I would
let
like
me
to.
check. Is Cloran the citizen of Empire? Is it no?
Florin is a town in the Kingdom of Aspel.
No, I'm not.
All right. 1 minute, sir. Mister, I would like to see some identification, please.
Yeah.
You actually. Okay. So, basically, White, you actually have this all this time. You actually have a small piece of identification documents that is in the form of a card that you always bring with anywhere. It's basically a identity card.
Oh,
Okay, so you present that document. You present that document to him. He checks it with a small device. You can see. Okay. You can see. He actually doesn't check it with a small device. He integrates it into his glasses. So he basically just looks at it, and you can see again his glasses flickers with a hue of blue light, and he returns it to you. Thank you, Mister. All right, sir. He turns towards Eisen. Sir, so you say you are not a citizen. So you're not a citizen of the Empire, correct?
Yes.
Can I see any sort of proper document of your travel?
Do I?
You actually do, because like I said, before you get wrapped up into this, you actually were traveling all across the land of Mystopia, and you've traveled across the kingdom, across the empire, even all the way to a theocracy. So you actually have with you something very special. You presented him with a actually you reach into your front pocket and you pull out a very peculiar actually creature. It's a creature of some sort. The best way I can describe it is a twig that is living and breathing. It's from its movement, it looks to be asleep. However, the moment you pull him out, the examination officer perked, his eye fixated, and his eye fixated on him and on it, and say, "Oh, so you're from the Druid Order." And he does a very interesting motion, and you recognize that is actually a Druidic expression of welcome and greetings. And he actually speaks in a Druidic, and he says, "Welcome to the city of Lytton, son of nature. We appreciate your presence." And he stands up, and you actually put what you known as a woken twig back into your pocket, where it will be safe and sound. It is actually a sort of documentation that is issued by the Druidic Order to all the druids that have been registered as a because of their frequency of travel. They actually have this as an identification, so that they could be granted access to most, if not all, the cities, towns, and anywhere that requires a identification documents. This would actually act as a way of identifying all druids across the land that is legal and registered.
Okay.
So you can mark that down. I did make it. I did make it out on the fly. I'm going to tell you that right now. Okay, so that's that, and Oh, lovely. Perk continues. So, gentlemen, I would assume this. He points at lady. This would be one of yours familiar, correct? And you see him stutter a bit, and then his eyes widen a little, and he turns to address lady directly, and he said, "My apologies. I do not realize that. Thank you." And you see him seemingly listening, and you know that lady is actually telepathically communicating with him, and after a while, of course, thank you very much for your understanding. My apologies for my unknowing offense. And he turns towards the two of you. Very well. So, do you have anything that you need to declare? Anything that I need to be worried about? Anything that is dangerous enough to destroy the town or destroy part of the town, or anything that is valuable enough that it would be considered, well, inappropriate to bring into the city gates, which is, well, why we're here.
I do have something I don't know.
Okay.
Like the luminous fungus I collect from the cave.
Okay. The luminous fungus. Do you declare it?
I take it out and tell him I have something I don't know.
Okay. Okay. He goes ahead. He looks at it and, oh, it's fine. It's just a luminous fungi. It's nothing special about it. The only thing special about it is that it lights up in dark environments.
Oh, okay.
Anything
Then
else?
no, should be.
All right. He turns to White. Anything from you, sir?
Not really.
All right. So, he is okay, very well. Please stand still for a moment. I need to do a little scan, and he is actually going to scan you, which means I have to go into your inventory and see if you have anything that he would deem illegal. Oh dear Lord, inventory management. Carlos, you're not here. Okay, so what do you have? Okay, 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 okay. White immediately adds ID card.
ID card.
That's lovely. That's
ID
absolutely,
card.
yeah, that's absolutely lovely. That's basically what it is. It's basically an Empire issued ID card. That's what it is. Let's see. Dun, 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 dun. A Woken twig. Of course it is. You can just say you can just write down Druidic pass or Druidic yeah, something like that. But a Woken twig is also, just remind yourself that what it really is. Okay. Healing. Yep, that. Okay. All right, lovely. So he turns towards the two of you. First, he addresses White, and he looks at you for a moment. All right, sir, you're clean. And then he turns towards Eisen, and you can see immediately his eyebrows frown. He frowns immediately. And sir, may I ask, do you have a large quantity of Alcott crystal?
Yes, I do.
Alright, may I know, what level are they imbued with?
They're inert. They're not imbued.
They're not imbued. If you do not mind, can you show them to me?
Okay, I show it. Show it to him.
You show to him. Okay. So you pour out. He actually summons a floating disc. So you know that spell. He summons a floating disc, and you put them onto the disc for him to inspect. And he looks at he just closely inspect every movement you make. And you pull out all those crystals, and then he looks at crystal, looks at you. All right, sir, you're clean. Thank you for your cooperation. You can have those crystals back. If you wish to imbue, if you wish to do any imbue any of those crystals, I would suggest you to do so in a registered laboratory somewhere within the city states. If you have any questions or if you want to sell them, I would also recommend you to go to a more official store. I know some stores, they would purchase these crystals at a much higher price. However, I do have to remind you, it is extremely, extremely dangerous to sell these crystals outside of official sources, official channels. It is indeed extremely dangerous substance, extremely rare, and it would be much more wise if you would sell them through official channels.
Sure.
Right. Well, I guess that's all set. Do you have any questions regarding this city?
No.
Alright. Okay, very well. And he actually, before he leaves, he actually hands the both of you what looks like a pamphlet. So basically a piece of paper that is folded up, that is around A5 size, and it's folded up. So he hands both of you. This is a pamphlet for any tourist spots and any important location within the city of Lytton. So, if you have any questions regarding anything other than what the pamphlet can provide you with, you can always go to the City Hall, which is actually located right past the center plaza, where you can find the City Hall and ask any questions you would deem necessary within the city's gate. No,
Okay.
enjoy your stay within the city of Lytton, and on behalf of the city of Lytton, we welcomed you to the Never Fallen City. And
Thank you.
he nods, walks off, and continues his inspection on, and you can see not just on members of the caravan, but also the vehicle itself.
Oh.
All right, so at this point, you are free to enter Lytton.
Lytton.
Right, so you enter, and there is actually you can see on the map, not far away from you, to on the left, not far away from the left, there's actually a river that is roaring through. So, and you enter the gate, and what immediately hits you is the roaring sound of a city life. And you can hear people chit-chatting on the street, and you can see a bar, bazaar. You can see stalls. You can see different stores, owners. Hey, come on in. We have new gears. No, come here. This is much better. And then you can hear people chit-chatting. Oh, Professor Lawton is again giving another speech in the plaza later on. Would you like to join me? You can hear little gossips all over the place, and the city is yours, ladies and gentlemen.
It's been a long time since we last time. Wait, you got any place to go? If no, I think we need a place of living.
So you
First.
what?
Find an inn or something that we can stay.
Oh,
someplace.
you want to find an inn?
Maybe.
So I put on a little background music if you want to listen to it. Okay, so you want to find a place to stay, correct?
Yes.
Right, so you can actually go through the pamphlet. The pamphlet actually provides you with such information. I'll be right back.
Okay.
It is some refreshments, Jesus Christ. Alright, so Right. So, you open up the leaflet. Let me pull out my map of City of Lytton. This. Right. So, as you pull up the pamphlet, you open it up, and it was actually a blank piece of white paper, really, and a very, very finely made white paper, may I add. It's not like parchment or animal skin or anything like that, or leather. It's well-made white paper, and you open it up, and what used to be white, in fact, when you're thinking about, oh, I need to find an inn to stay, there's actually the map of Lytton, slowly, like ink seeping into paper. It slowly draws the map of Lytton on it, and along with it, there are actually quite a few lists. There is actually quite a few lists, a list of basically a list of inns of recommendations that is actually popping up as well. So we have this. There's actually 4 homestead you can stay in. There's the Parlisson Hotel, there's the Garnishing Trove, the Pepper Salt Peas, and the last one would be the Irredeemable Manor. So I am going to point them out to you. Okay, so the red one would be the Parlisson Hotel, which is right here. The blue one would be the Garnishing Trove, located right outside the corner. We have the green one, which is Pepper Salt Peas, which is located actually right at the south ward. And finally, we have the Irredeemable Manor, which is, I'm going to say, purple, and it's going to be down here in the riverside. Right, so now you know there's 4 inns that you can choose from, and yeah.
Whoa. Oh, that's a lot.
Oh, and if anyone's curious about the paper, you can always check on it. Right. So for white, who might have skipped past a little bit, we have 4 options for homestead. Okay, we have 4 options. We have the oh, thank you very much, Eisen. I assume that's Eisen.
8點走嘅喎呢度。係。
Yay!
你開5點啦。OK，咁5點嚟接你啊。
Oh, Jay, do you need to go?
No, not now.
When?
Not now.
Probably 5 o'clock.
5
5.
o'clock, which is how long later? How later?
Like how many hours or minutes?
How many hours from now?
7.
1 hour from now?
7 hours.
Definitely.
What? No, 1.5 hour.
1.5.
1.5? Oh, we can finish that way long. It's 10:30, so yeah, we will not get to noon. So do not worry, we will not get to midnight. So basically, you're now down in the cross. You're now down in the cross, and there are 4 different homestead you can choose from. Which you can see actually is right up here. We have the Paulson Hotel, we have the Gunnison Grove, we have the Pepper Salt Peace, and the Irredeemable Manor. So 4 of them, however you would like to address.
Let me ask you something in WhatsApp.
Okay. Okay. One moment.
Hey.
Like I said in the previous message, if you read correctly, she is actually down here. This part. You don't recall exactly where. She just you never visit her in the store. She just mentioned that she has one here, but that's Riverside. So my apologies because the map was it's a mess. So basically, this part. Okay, this part. Okay, this part. This part is the Moon Valley. This here, down here, is Riverside. This is South Ward, and that's the Forlorn Gate. This whole part is Forlorn Gate. Yes, this part is Forlorn Gate. Actually, I'm going to draw using. I'm going to use yellow for some odd reason. Okay, so basically this would separate the different sections, and then we have this. Yeah, so basically we have right here, that's Moon Valley. We have here, which is the Forlorn Gate, or the Forlorn District, and then we have right here is Riverside, and then last but not least, I'm going to use black. Yeah. Oh, okay. Thank you very much. So we have the South Ward down there, and then that's this entire part is Lost Forge.
Okay. That's a lot. That's too much.
That's a lot. That's what city building is like. That's what city planning is like.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, to generate this map is very easy. I use a program to do it, but to actually find the lore behind this map, that was a nightmare.
Oh, okay.
And
So
I'm also going to remind you that you do have the arcane symbol engraved onto your hand.
Arcane symbol?
From before, because you left early, so before you leave, Typhel actually called you guys and gave you an arcane. They gave you an arcane symbol saying that he has a friend of his mentor that is within the city gates of Lytton, the Never Fallen City, and they said if you ever wanted something, you can see if you can find him and get something out of it.
Find him? Where?
Where?
Wait, you remember?
Oh,
Wait.
yeah. Huh?
He never told you exactly where.
Okay, so we have no idea who is his
so
friend.
basically, you don't let me check something. Let's see. Okay. Oh, actually, okay. Sorry, not now. I'm busy. Yeah, someone in the other group just called. Anyways.
Lol.
Yeah, lol. Actually, with that modifier to Arcana, you actually sense a little bit of disturbance in Arcane, and you look down on your hand, on your left hand. Not very predominant, but you can see a very faint silvery dust line appears on your hand, and that line is actually forming a sort of arrow or a waypoint pointing towards where you're standing right in front of you.
Ooh.
So
I mean, we shall follow the arrow.
okay, you want to do that? You should ask White as well.
Wait!
So you can.
You
You
still
can
eating?
Yes, I'm still eating. What?
Okay. So...
So what?
basically, the symbol on our hand is now forming an arrow that's pointing to somewhere. Shall we follow it?
White, you look down on your left hand. Same thing is happening on your left hand, on the back of your left hand.
Oh.
Now that he points, now that Eisen points it out.
Shall we follow the arrow, like to find Typhel's friend?
I think we can.
Sure. Then we go.
Because we have no idea where we should go. Maybe
Me
that's a
either.
good choice.
Sure.
All right, so
we
you want to
go
follow it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so, oh, I love this. This is going to be our very first ever group challenge. That is to navigate the cityscape. Oh, I love
Oh,
this.
no.
I'm so excited. So, I'm gonna remind you of what group challenges are. Group challenge is basically we're gonna have a combined DC. So the both of you are going to tell me one by one, tell me what you are going to do to attribute to the group challenge. In this case, how to find the way to this place where Typhel told you there would be something for you, or there are some requests, and you need to tell me what you want to do to contribute to it, and then I would ask you to roll for certain things, for doing the related roles, and then if you hit the DC, you would be successful, and if you miss the DC, you will fail. And we need 3 successes, do not need to be consecutive, and we want to avoid any failure.
Okay.
Alright, so first leg of the journey. You're now standing right here at the Lost Forge. So, what do you want to do to assist?
I'm gonna cast myself guidance.
Alright, so you cast guidance, and then what are you doing?
I'm gonna try find anyway. I mean, find place we might go by wandering.
You're just wandering?
I mean,
So you're
nothing
just
much thing we can
aimlessly,
do.
you're just aimlessly wandering?
So the arrow on our hands is just an arrow. Like we can't follow that
The arrow
And
on...
on the hand.
So
To
the arrow on your hand is okay. So you're wandering to different locations to see if the arrow is pointing at a specific place.
I just follow the arrow.
You just follow the arrow. Okay. Cool. You go ahead. You try to follow. The arrow. I would say in this case, what to roll? What to roll? Let's see. I am going to say, is there a navigation somewhere here? Oh Jesus! I'm gonna say I'm gonna ask you to roll for survival. Okay. DC of 15.
DC 15.
Yeah, DC 15 on survival.
And I got a D4. Do
Yeah,
I?
guidance. Yes.
So a total of 16.
Okay. Yeah. Cool. All right. So yeah. You basically you wander around this area, and you find that the arrow is pointing. No matter where you go here, the arrows is always pointing towards this side. So, pointing towards inner city. So you can rule out here. You can rule out here. It's basically somewhere around here.
Oh. Dear.
Should we
Okay,
go to the
so,
town center?
Okay, next. Where are you? Okay, White, give me something.
What to the town center?
Town center?
Yeah. See if there any change of the arrow.
Okay, so you want to go to the plaza here?
Yeah.
No, because that's basically what Eisen did. I want you to give me something different, to contribute a little bit differently.
Ask some random guys.
Okay, what do you want to ask? So I'm gonna say
What do you know?
you're gonna flag down a random dude. What are you gonna ask?
Do you know something about and this? about the arrow.
You want to ask him if he knows something about the arrow?
Maybe some specific place in the city.
You need to be a little bit more specific because you want something specific. So you need to be more specific on your words. What exactly do you mean?
Some specific place not on the map.
Okay, I'm gonna help you out because I don't think you really know how to do that. What you want to ask is, do you want to show him what's on the back of your hand? That's the question I want to ask first and foremost. Yes or no?
Yes.
All right. So, what do you want to ask him specifically? Do you want to ask him whether he knows about this thing on the back of your hand, or do you want to ask whether if he knows there's something hidden, magical, or something? Give me some.
Probably the magical things and
Okay, so something magical. You want to ask if there's something magical. Okay,
yeah.
any magic related place that he knows of the city? All right.
Yeah.
I am going to need. This is going to be difficult because the question is vague, and you don't know this person. I need a DC 25 persuasion roll.
Oof.
But you have double proficiency. You are expert. You have expertise on persuasion, so you have a +10. You just need to roll a 15. So go ahead at DC 25 persuasion roll. Oh, whoops. So you flag down this normal-looking dude. His face spells normal. His body spells normal. His entire attire spells normal. And he's just, "Can I help you, sir?" And he just said, so you ask him, blah, 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 blah. I'm not I don't know about this place. Well, I mean, there's a store that sells magical items somewhere down the road in Moon Valley. Besides that, I don't know much.
Oh.
Sounds like a hint. Sounds like.
All right, so that would be that. Okay. I would say you managed to get to here. All right, so you're into the plaza, basically. Okay, so next leg. Who's going to go first? Who wants to contribute first?
I don't know. Maybe. I'll do it again.
You cannot. You need to give me something new.
Okay. So I could not just walk into Moon Valley and like see if the arrow changes.
You can try.
But I couldn't cast my own. I couldn't cast the guidance again.
You can cast guidance again.
And I'm gonna try that.
Okay, so what? Okay, cast guidance.
And I'm gonna walk into Moon Valley and see if the arrow changed any.
Oh, you want to do that again? I am going to say, you cannot do that.
Hell no. How am I going to find it? I fell. Give me more information.
You want what? What do you want to do?
I don't know. Let's see. Wait, let's just go find the medical store. That what that guy just said.
Okay, so you want to find the magical store? I would say go. Okay. I want a truthful answer. Do you think Eisen would have been to this magical store in his previous visit?
No.
Okay, so go ahead and give me a history check, just without advantage. So just a flat check.
Okay. I got a 9. Do I have the default?
Yes. Go ahead, guidance.
And it's a total of 13.
13. You wander around Moon Valley for a bit. You didn't seem to notice a magical store. You can't seem to find it anywhere. One thing you did notice, however, is that the arrow doesn't really change much. When it arrives in Moon Valley, it turns into a dot instead of an arrow.
Okay, so
I want to know if you patrol around here all the way and then come back around here, something like that.
I would like to go inside, like the valleys.
So you want to go inside, like here all the way?
Yeah.
Okay, so basically what you see here, it's when it say valleys, it doesn't look like a valley. Instead, it looks more like a slanted hill that's pointing upwards. So basically, all this here this goes up. So this is actually the pinnacle, and then these from here it all goes down. This is, you can see, actually a temple, and right next to the temple is the Polarson Hotel, and basically this is the highest point. This is the second highest point, and then the valley just rise down like so. So this all goes downwards. So basically you need to go uphill. From here and then go downhill. That's where the valley comes in. So this is the highest point, and then this all basically they carve out this part of the hill or a mountain, so that they have more places, more lands to build upon. But for some odd reason, they decided they're just going to cut this hill in half. This would be all plains, and then this would be the top of the hill, and then the rest, the back of the hill, they would maintain it as it is.
Okay.
So you can see Moon Valley is definitely more aristocrat. So basically you can see from where you're from. So you come from the Lost Forge. The Lost Forge is you can see there's factories down, there's smithies scattered around, and inside that's actually a giant marketplace. That's why there are all those bazaars and stores and stalls, all that kind of stuff. Some residential area, but normal looking, like not rich but definitely not poor. And then it turns into the plaza of some sort, and then immediately after the plaza, so right about here, there are actually two sets of stairs. That one goes up all the way up to this temple, the other one goes all the way up to Palace Suns. and from there you can actually get to the stairs. The stairs actually are automated from the powered of a Alcott crystal, so you can basically you have an escalator and going up, and then it splits into two. You can either enter the temple or you can ride all the way down into the Moon Valley, which is more aristocrat, like I said, a bit more fancy for the richer folk, like a suburb. So there are quite some fancy stores. There are some commercial districts over here with some high-end chains and whatnot, and then there's the high-end residential area with individual houses, a villa with their own pools and all that sort. So this is the residential area, this is the commercial area, and this is more of the entertaining business. As far as you can tell, there are theaters, there are all sorts of entertainments that you can find. There are actually, you can see there's a casino somewhere in the mist, and then of course we have the Palasan Hotel that is basically marking the beginning of this recreational area, recreational district.
I don't know. Actually, it did hurt. It just did. He say something like, "If we got question, we have a place to ask." Did he say something like that?
Yes, you can go to the common hall if you want to.
Oh, common hall.
One moment.
I don't know. Wait.
Yeah. The common hall is actually the common hall is at the side of the, so basically here. There.
Oh.
This is a very small one, dingy one, and right next to an inn. But there's basically a building here that serves the function of a common hall or a community center of some sort, where the government, most of the governmental work that's facing its people are actually located. All right, so that's that. Yeah, but you noticed, you, even though you didn't catch it at first, after a few laps while you're running through the maze that is Moon Valley, you did notice that the dot actually gets brighter at times and dimmer at some. That's all you get from a 13.
Okay. I mean, can we just navigate by the light, like when it's get lighter, stronger?
Maybe.
Maybe.
You don't know. All right, White, what do you want to do to assist? So I would assume Eisen tells him everything that Eisen discovers. Eisen?
Yes.
All right. Did I not mention this is going to be a boring episode? Because you're going to find something, basically.
You just tell that is not supposedly to be fighting.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, I was part of me is wishing that you would fight the examination officer.
Examination.
But then
Why?
the other part of me is like, no, they will get killed.
Like, why?
I don't know. There's something called murder hobos, right?
You're the murder hobo.
I'm not the murder. I mean, now that I think about it, yeah, I'm trying to murder all of you.
You're the murder hobo.
No, I'm just trying to have a good time.
By
Alright.
killing people.
I mean, my goal is not to kill you. My goal is to
Okay.
challenge you. killing you would be a side effect, an undesirable side effect
Okay.
at best. All right, come on, White. What do you want to do?
I think can I start a performance in the plaza?
That would help how?
What?
That would help your quest to find this place how?
Oh, I mean, after a performance, I can ask the crowd if they know there's any magical place.
Oh, that's what you're going for.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah, sure. So you're using enthralling performance, correct?
Oh,
Yeah, because if you recall correctly, yeah, enthralling performance. Once per short rest, you can choose up to 4 creatures that sees you perform for 1 minute, right? You're using that one, correct? You're charming it.
yes.
Okay, so mark off. So go ahead and mark off a enthralling
marked it.
performance. And what do you want to perform? Hello?
Musical performance, I was 10 foot.
Okay. So you're gonna play at the pan flute.
Yes.
All right. DC 15 Wisdom saving throw. There are peasants. Do you choose Do you choose 4 creatures, or do you want to just choose like 1 or 2?
3, I suppose.
You want to choose 3? All right, cool. So I'm gonna roll for them. They're all peasants, so they have nothing to add. They need to roll a 15. Sorry, that was cocked. Okay, 1 fail. Okay, 2 of them failed. Okay, 2 of them failed, and so you perform this. You can see 2 of them, especially. Bravo! All right, so what do you want to do? You have charmed them.
Can I say, tell me if you know there's any magical place in this town?
All right. They are going to 2 of them are going to roll a history check, and holy fuck. Okay. On a natural 19 and a natural 16, both of them said, maybe in the Moon Valley. I'm not very sure.
Oh. It's 4 of them.
What?
4 of them not.
Yeah, both of them does not.
Oh.
If they roll a natural 20, maybe, but no.
Maybe.
Yeah, a natural 19 is not good enough. So yeah, okay, that's a failure. So you have 1 success and 1 failure.
Can I ask the other same question?
You want to ask them what others? You want to ask what others? Same question. Hello? Hello, what do you want to ask?
Thinking.
Yeah, is there any like common hall or information point?
Information point. How do you mean?
I forgot
Place
what's
to ask
the
for
name.
info? Like the common
Oh,
hall?
like the common hall?
Yeah.
Yeah, you do have that. It's called the common hall.
Oh.
It exactly the common hall.
Oh.
Right.
Okay. Okay.
You can go ahead and try. You can go ahead and try.
Sure,
This is so you have one success, one failure. Okay. Okay. You need 2 more successes. Okay. So do you go white? Do you want to go to the common hall?
Yes.
All right, so you move to the common hall and you ask away. Go ahead. So you enter the common hall. It's a very nice building, very mundane, but it's a nice building. Clean. It's bright everywhere. You can see there are illuminations all across the wall, so that even the interior is a little bit sealed off from the outside. It is still extremely bright and clean. Inside here, and as you head in, you just left the Lost Forge not long ago, and it's the residual heat is still extremely uncomfortable. But once you step through the barrier, the threshold that is the common hall, the air around you immediately cools down, and you are immediately surrounded by comfortable 25 degrees Celsius air that is floating around you. A light breeze, gentle breeze, and the humidity is just perfect for you. And you turn to see Aizen having the same expression, lady enjoying itself, and you can tell, yeah, everybody feels maybe differently, but they definitely feel very comfortable in here. You roll an 8. Why would you roll an 8?
Oh.
Yep.
I just want to use that emoji.
Why?
There's no reason, can I?
You see how don't use it there. Jesus, not everybody can see. Actually, everybody can see it now. Anyway. Okay, cool. So that's that. So you enter, and greeting you immediately is a semi-oval reception desk, and there are 5 individuals sitting across inside the booth, all dressed similarly, all different races and different gender, but all dressed similarly in the very official attire, very similar to. Actually, not that dissimilar from what you've seen from Officer Pert not long before, but definitely less ornate compared to his attire. So, what do you want to do?
Go to the reception and ask about the arrow.
Okay, you just go ahead and show them the arrow.
Mm, and say I don't know why, but it just keep appear on my left hand.
So you approach them, correct?
Yeah.
You approach them and ask them about this. Okay, so as you're approaching, one of the receptionists actually stands up to greet you. You can see in front of you is a human female, around maybe late 20s, early 30s, mundane again, actually quite pretty by human standard, and she gives you a little bow and welcome to the Common Hall of Lytton. How may I be of your service, mister?
Do you know about this arrow? I'm not sure.
Okay, so you show her the arrow.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, of course. Let me take a look, and she looks at it, and go ahead and make a perception check. 18. As she is about to, so you let her inspect your hand. As she's about to grab onto the hand, you can see that whatever that is on your hand actually flickers, shines a little bit brighter, and then it completely goes mundane. So it completely goes inert, and whatever the receptionist stops in the middle of her track, or whatever she's trying to do, returns to her original posture, and then you can see her eyes dazed a little, and then she returns to normal. Welcome to the Common Hall of the City of Lytton. How may I be of your service? And you notice no one notices. The other receptionist that's working does not notice this, and does not consider it weird for her to repeat her question again.
Bye, Cuddles.
Adios.
But
Okay, so what do you do?
Okay. White is not going to show the arrow this time and just is there any magical place?
Okay. Well, of course. There is. Oh dear. I need to. Oh dear. Oh dear. Let me pull it up. Actually, I'm gonna pull this a little bit bigger. Oh dear. Let me write it. This time it's going in blue. Jesus, I need to come up with these shop names like immediately. I hate coming up with names. Jeepers. Right. So she looks at you and says, "Of course. There are three major magical supplies. We have the unwinding clock in the Moon Valley. We have nothing like magic that's located in the Forlorn district, and we also have another one in the Moon Valley, which is Coastal Breeze. Anything you would like us to assist you with?"
So we have like a Unwinding Claw
Whoa!
and Coastal Breeze.
What?
What happened? What happened?
Is it a Control C like undo?
I didn't press anything. It just disappeared. What? Did someone press something?
I do
Oh,
nothing.
young.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
So there's two shop in Moon Valley.
Okay, wait. Let me drop that down.
Oh,
Unwinding clock. Nothing like magic. And what's the last one? Coastal Breeze. Okay, so Moon Valley. Forlorn. And Moon Valley. Okay, cool. Alright, right. Okay, so basically she points out, I'm not gonna type it again, Jesus Christ. That is annoying. Why did I lose that? Anyway, so I am going to circle them in. What the hell is going on?
Hmm?
What the hell was that? Who's scratching? Jesus. Stop scratching. Don't scratch. Who the fuck is scratching? I'm sorry. I need to curse.
Not me.
I'm gonna write down the ends as well. Garnishing Trove. So basically, you can find one of them here, the white part.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's the Florin district, and then
That's nothing like magic.
we have this one, which is Coastal Breeze. Because you're asking what's her name, and then last one is here. This is the Unwinding Clock. So you have the address of all these in your hand. All right, so that's that.
I think that might do.
What do you mean?
Like, that's enough information. We can go check those places out.
So you want to go check them out one by one?
So the arcane symbol is just telling us we need to find the place in Moon Valley, I guess. So we might go check out the Winding Clock and Castle Breeze.
He is talking to you, White.
oh.
Oh,
Go then.
Okay, so I guess we'll go to Coastal Breeze first. And we go.
We go to there.
Okay. So you march on to go to Coastal Breeze,
Yes.
Uh-huh.
and you find a very oddly shaped triangulated building that is shaped just like a very oddball aquarium, basically.
Aquarium.
Yeah.
Anything special about the symbol?
it's you don't sense anything special. In
I mean,
fact,
The symbol on our hand.
so you are okay. I know. So you're walking all the way here. Okay. So actually, show me how you walk there.
like straight to there. Just
Straight.
here.
So you're just going to crash all the buildings and. All right. Yeah. Actually, when you reach the end of Paulison, the symbol glows the brightest, and as you continue your path, it actually weakens.
Oh. How about we then walk to the unwinding clock and
The
see
unwinding clock.
what's the symbols reacting.
All right. One moment. Oh shit. One moment. Please give me one moment. Okay, show me how you get there.
Cross here.
Okay, so across all the way here. It glows the brightest when you're here.
Okay. We do some navigates, like we walk back here and
And go
Where
to
do you
where?
then to the north.
One moment. One
To the
moment.
north.
Yeah.
One moment. Give me one moment. Shit. What did I say it was? Parsons bread. Garnishing Grove. Peace. Okay, so you walk where? My apologies.
Here.
Okay, you walk here. Stays about the same, but as you move this way, it glows slightly less, and it glows the brightest when you're here.
Then we walk back here.
Okay, it glows brighter and brighter and brighter and brighter, and eventually, I'm gonna say for Pete's sake, you go ahead and you're walking past buildings after buildings, and you see this actually is like 4 adjacent houses that are extremely well put together. And then when you walk past, there is like, this is a normal house, okay? And then these two are, the better words to put it, you know what? Let me roll. Let's see if you're lucky enough. So I'm gonna roll. You know what? Forget about it. So you see, there's this house, and adjacent to it is a house of some sort. It's much shorter, and then right next to it is an even smaller house. So basically, a giant house, two giant house, sandwiching a small house. And as you walk past, it glows so bright, and it suddenly it was glowing like a flashlight, like a torch of some sort, and you can shine your way around the neighborhood. And then when you're walking past here, it just all of the shines gone immediately. Nothing is left.
Here. Okay. Is there here a door or something that we can knock?
Actually, you go ahead and roll an insight check if you don't mind.
Insight. Sure. Insight check. I got a nat 20 plus
Natural. Seriously?
2. Yeah.
Give me a picture of that, dude.
Okay.
Awesome. That's
A
awesome.
nat 20.
Awesome, man. So
Nat
what you
20.
noticed, it didn't. The moment it vanishes, it's not in front of either house. It was in between the house that it vanishes. So basically, house, okay, and then there's the garden, and then there's fences around the house, correct? Okay, surrounding it, and then beyond that fence is a like little walkway between the two houses, and then the fence of the other house, the next house, begins. So basically like two square adjacent to each other but not completely closed in. There's like a little gap into between. That's what it is. That little gap is where the light vanishes, not the houses.
We have to walk in. Walk in the gap.
Do you do so?
Yes.
Okay. So you walk, you step onto the what looks to be the pavement, and as soon as you stepped onto the pavement, you can see there is actually a translucent glimmer that is right on the cusp of where the fences begin. So I am going to, you know what, I am going to draw something. So okay, what the hell? Why do we have that? Jesus. So basically I don't recall having that. So basically, what's going on is, so there are, two houses, right? Okay, so they are adjacent to each other, but there is this like gap here, right? And then, there is like a pavement area where you can walk on, like people can walk on it, and then there's the road basically for carriages and vehicles and all that stuff, and you are walking onto the pavement, and as soon as you're about to enter this little gap that's really not supposed to be there, you can see at the cusp of it, like right here, there's a translucent shimmer, and as you walk closer, so basically you're walking on a roadside, as you walk closer, you take your first step, and it quickly manifests into what looks to be floating fragments of mirrors, just reflecting different kinds of light, suspended in the air.
Oh.
And
And we
you see
walk in.
that. You see that. You walk in. You walk, and Nothing happened. You walk past it as if they were not there, and you walk into this small, weird alleyway, and the houses are still there, and there's nothing.
Look back, is there still the lights?
The fragments are still there, floating, turning into different angles, like suspended in midair, still free floating, however.
Try to touch them with my right hand.
It's on your left hand.
My left hand.
Your left hand passed through, nothing happens.
Nothing happened. How?
The symbol's on the back of your hand.
Uh-huh.
You try to touch it, nothing happens.
So the symbol is not even lighting up now?
You know what?
What?
That is a natural 20. You, with your supreme arcane knowledge, this is because you're still missing something. You have to. This is very reminiscent of a spell that you know of, but never have the chance to encounter. It reminds you of the Demi-Plane spell, and you also recall there are certain effects, certain like aspect of it that could basically achieved this peculiar effect that is a what looks to be a portal that is incomplete. You have to invoke certain things for it to actually activate. Whether it be whether it be a word, whether it be a series of gestures, whether it be a spell, whether it be a name, you need to invoke something for it to be activated, and you are welcomed in.
I'm gonna say out Typhel name, like Typhel Weirs.
All right.
Nothing happened.
Okay. So you raise your hand, the back of your hand where the symbol was, facing towards those floating fragments, and you say, Typhel Weirs, the elder of Moonwood, has done us we have done him a favor, and he has sent us here. And immediately that bright light comes back on, brighter than ever, from both of your hands, and it shines onto this port of floating fragmentations of mirror-like substance, and you can see those things was suspended, was free floating, slowly turning and twisting, and it suddenly all stops, held in place, and then like a tape rewinding, it all comes back together to form this stone, what still transparent and glimmering with all different colors, but it forms into what looks to be a stone arc of some sort, and you can see the reflection of you and white now glimmering in front of you.
Yes, we can finally walk in.
All right, as you push through this mirror-like substance and you walk in, as the do you follow White?
Yes.
Do you you follow him? Lady follows you. Okay, as all three of you enters this whatever this is, it stays there for a moment, and then you can hear crackling sound, and then it turns back into shattered pieces, floating and slowly dissipating into the air. And the streets, the pavement is empty once again. And that is where we are going to end tonight's episode.
That take the longest time we to
Hey,
find
that's supposed
a...
to it's supposed to take you long enough. It's
Okay.
always supposed to take you long enough. All right. So I'm gonna end this here. We could continue, but I feel like this is a good point to stop. Plus, Jade needs to go somewhere, so unfortunate, but always happens sometimes. So, if you have any questions, if you have any feedback, like this episode is so boring, Jesus Christ, all those things are welcomed. You can tell me now, you can tell me later, you can tell me through WhatsApp, you can come to my face and tell me I'm stupid. That's also fine if you can find me.
Your
That is.
face, if we can find you.
If you can find me, that is. So if you would like to do that, that is absolutely fine. So, but that is it for session 17. It's a little bit boring, however, the necessary kind of boring because we need to progress the story. Next time, you will meet someone very incredible. Hopefully, you find him incredible, but yeah, basically that.